In the 2014 bond issue at Farmington R-VII, there are 4 major categories that will aim to reach the R-VII mission to provide a progressive learning environment that fosters quality and excellence for all students. Those categories include safety and security, district facility replacement, upgrades, additional instruction activity space, and technology. With safety and security, the 2014 bond issue will focus on 6 different areas of need. These needs at each building includes the replacement of several interior and exterior doors, secured front entries, additional video cameras, a new phone system, and additional exterior lighting.
With the passage of the bond issue, some of the things that we're looking at to increase the safety and security for the students would be a redoing of the front or the entrances of all the schools. And there are basically 2 proposals that we're looking at. For the majority of schools, they would receive what's called a security vestibule, and with that, we would actually have a room located off of the front entrance of the school. The entrance is monitored by video, and the doors remain locked down. Individuals have to be buzzed in during the school day, at which time they would enter the security vestibule, check in, and receive a visitor pass, and then they would be able to be buzzed into the main portion of the school. There are a couple schools where the security vestibule just isn't logistically, we're not capable of doing that. In those cases, we would have the monitored front camera system. We would have the doors locked down. It would be a buzz-in system. However, instead of the safety vestibule, we would have a desk that was monitored throughout the school day. They would monitor anyone that would come to the front of the school, allow them to buzz in, check them in at the desk, and then they would be free to move about the building. So those are 2 very good safety upgrades that we're looking at with the passage of the bond issue. We're also looking at lighting systems throughout the district. The parking lots, if you travel throughout the district after the sun goes down, we have several areas that safety-wise are of a concern. And then we're also looking at phone system. So each classroom in the district will have a phone. That way we have contact communication throughout the district by phone at hand. So, whenever it's needed, we can get a hold of a classroom if need be.
As another measure for safety, the Farmington School District will also replace and renovate existing playground equipment at each elementary building. This will aim to meet ADA regulations that are required for the next school year, and it will create a safer atmosphere for students to play. In district facility replacements and upgrades, roofing is a major focus along with heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. At each building, there are several stories that can be told concerning both issues. From buckets and hallways to room temperatures that require shorts during winter, this need is proven more and more each day. Additionally, another major item that affects each building is the replacement of current buses throughout the district. With the passing of the 2014 bond issue, the Farmington School District will aim to replace 8 to 10 buses over a 3-year period.
If the bond issue passes, we're looking into getting 8 to 10 more buses, newer buses. The buses now averaging 3 to 4 miles per gallon. The newer buses will get around 8 to 10, so that's almost double. It varies with different things. And a lot of the buses don't have the white tops to make it cooler for the kids, the tinted windows. When you think of upgrades, little things like that can make a big difference in your bus ride. And a lot of our bus rides are pretty long routes because we are so rural. Also, with the newer buses, we look at getting storage underneath them so that way it eliminates having to take extra buses because of sometimes so much equipment, and you want as many kids on a bus as you can for sporting events, but also you have to look at all the equipment that goes along. So that's something else that we're looking into is getting some buses with storage underneath them. Also looking into another early childhood bus. Right now we have 2 buses that have the built-in child seats. That's something else we also need to have to accommodate the early childhood program. And both of our handicap buses are doing well, and one holds one wheelchair and the other one holds 2. But we'd also like to maybe look in if we're able to get all 10 buses, maybe getting another handicap bus.
The 2014 bond issue would also bring new construction to 4 of the district's buildings: Truman Kindergarten, Roosevelt Elementary, the middle school, and the high school would all see an increase in instructional or activity space. At the Truman Kindergarten Center, a new early childhood center will be connected onto the back of the auditorium. This will expand the amount of pre-K classes from 6 to 10, which will also allow for flexibility of class sizes at the kindergarten level. This expansion will also include additional indoor activity space so that students can participate in physical education while the gym cafetorium is in use. At Roosevelt, a new wing of classrooms will relocate special classes into their own hallway, which will open up a classroom for each grade's hallway. The middle school will also receive a new wing for art and band. Currently, the band and choir classes share a room at the middle school, which has resulted in the choir classes having to carry out class in the cafeteria due to overlaps between the 2 music courses. The current art classroom has revealed several issues over the years. With the lack of storage space, the kiln is unable to have its own closet, and due to the classroom only having 1 sink, cleanup time takes valuable classwork time away from the students. In addition, a new set of restrooms will also be included in this new wing. At the high school, there are several projects spread around the building. In the current band and choir rooms, renovations would be made to convert the rooms into science labs and lecture rooms. Currently, there are several science instructors that are teaching science in rooms not built for their needs. In the process, band and choir will receive brand new classrooms with expanded space. This will be located at the end of the current Family and Consumer Science and Art Hallway, also known as Senior Hallway. Right next door, the technology classrooms will receive a complete renovation that will better arrange the class types next to each other. This will allow the shop to be located directly next to the agriculture garage, as well as fully maximizing the space in that section of the building. The last major piece of construction with the 2014 bond issue is the construction of a new gymnasium. Many schools the size of Farmington will typically have 2 gyms, and this need is displayed every day during physical education classes. In the gym, it is very typical to see 50 to 60 kids in the gym for 2 to 3 different classes within the same hour. As anyone can imagine, this creates quite the tight space that is potentially dangerous for students. This new gym would include an upper mezzanine level that will have additional space for smaller activities like ping pong or badminton. This space can also be used as additional practice space for after-school activities such as cheerleading, ROTC, or nightline. The new gym will also include an expansion in the number of seats compared to the current gym. This will allow the school to host larger events as well as fit the students into the gym for school-wide assemblies. Lastly, another major goal of the 2014 bond issue is to continue a trend over the past couple of years to complete the upgrade and increase the technology throughout the district. This will include an increase in the amount of bandwidth available to electronic devices within the district, as well as guests of the district that can connect to a secured Wi-Fi connection at each building. While current Wi-Fi is spotty from building to building, the bond issue would allow an increase in the Wi-Fi connections, which is necessary with the planned increase of educational technology. At the elementary level, iPads and iPad minis have become a natural part of the day-to-day instruction. Students are able to interact with their learning more through the iPads, as well as the R-VII learning stations on laptop or desktop computers. In grades 5 through 12, a one-to-one initiative will be the main goal. With the one-to-one initiative, each student would have their own device for each class, each hour of the day. This is currently being carried out through the use of Google Chromebooks. With each student's Google account, the Chromebook allows the students to save their work on the Google Drive cloud, so no matter where the student is, they can access their work on any device without having to carry anything around with them. This technology allows students to learn about each subject while becoming more comfortable with today's technology. Quality and excellence. That is the Farmington R-VII mission. And with the 2014 bond issues plans with safety and security, facility replacements and upgrades, additional instruction or activity space, and technology, we will take another step in reaching our goal.